guys, I'm Josh Hayhurst, and this is Superdojo, and today I'm going to be teaching you some of my favorite kicks. Okay, the first kick we should work on is the spin hook kick. This kick is awesome. It's high, it's fast, and you get to spin too. It is one of my favorite techniques. Spin hook kicks are made of 3 parts. First, you gotta turn your foot. Then you have to look over your shoulder and then throw a fast hook kick. Spin hook kicks are awesome, but they're a challenge to learn. Whenever you're doing this kick, always keep your eyes on the target and also keep your hands up by your face. Having your eyes on the target and your hand close to the center of gravity is a really good way to keep your balance. Okay, to get good at that kick, you gotta practice it a million times, but check out the rest of this video. On to the next kick. The next kick I wanna show you is one of the easiest martial arts techniques. It's in fact one of the ones that people learn first. This kick is so easy, I told students that you could just learn it from watching Ninja Turtles on TV. Front kick is broken down into 3 parts. Pick up your knee, we just say up, and then you snap your foot out. And that just means straighten your leg out and then bring it back in. You want to bring it back in so fast, it's like you kicked your own butt. Then put it down. Some things to consider whenever you're doing a front kick. It's really important to keep your hands up. Balance is a key. Also, keep your back up straight and towards the target. The foot you're standing on should be pivoted a little bit. Not as much as if you were doing a round kick or a side kick, but it should be pivoted a little bit. So turn your foot out just a little bit, and that's gonna make your kick so much higher. Front kicks either kick with the top of your foot or the bottom of your foot, and it just depends on your target. If you're pushing something away, hit with the bottom of your foot. And if you're trying to snap that kick out real fast, it could also be with the bottom of your foot, but it's more the ball. And when we go for those super high front kicks, it's almost always with the top of your foot. With a front kick, it's super important to be able to kick with your left foot and your right foot, so practice that technique a million times. But we don't have time for that in this video. Let's move on to the next technique. The kick that is the easiest to learn but the hardest to master, in my opinion, in all of the martial arts kicks, and it's the side kick. Side kicks are one of my favorite because I could put so much power into it, and when I'm sparring other people, I can keep them away with side kicks. Just like any kick, we can divide it into 3 parts. A side kick can be split up into lift up your knee, turn it over, and then push the target away with a sideways foot. We go into so much depth on the basics of a side kick in our tutorial, the Superdojo side kick, which I'll of course link it in the description below because that's been on YouTube for a couple weeks now. But if you want to get some of the finer details, this is the perfect place for that. So let me tell you about them. Some things I always think about when I do side kicks is to keep my back still. It has to be up straight, but it also has to be very still. With a side kick, you'll lean back a little bit, but when you want to try to throw a high kick, lean back just enough and keep your back still. And then throw that kick without your back moving at all. When you can keep your back still, it's going to put all of your energy into the board or that concrete brick that you're trying to break or the sparring opponent that you're trying to keep back. I love to emphasize timing in techniques. So one thing I like to do with a side kick is lift my knee at the same time that I pivot. If you notice, I always try to put that timing perfectly so that when I throw that kick, everything is set up and boom, I throw that technique so fast. When it comes to your pivot, you gotta rotate that foot 180 degrees. That means your toes have to face away from your target. And when you pivot, you have to lift your heel off the ground instead of standing on your heel when you pivot. That way, you'll have really good balance when you're throwing a strong side kick. Okay, thanks for checking out my 3 most favorite kicks, at least for this cycle, which we call the kicks of the day. If you want to get really good, download the Grab One curriculum sheet, which is in the description below, and it'll list out all the different challenges for you for this cycle. All right, guys, keep training, and I will see you in the next video.